it's Hilary, and I'm here with a story time for you guys. So I'm gonna start with the one where me and my sister jumped someone. Hear me out. So my sister, she had like this beef with this girl, like a frenemy type stuff. The girl was her friend, but would do funny stuff and say funny stuff or whatever the case may be is. And one day my sister was like, mind you, she way older than me. I'm like the second youngest. So I went to her house. I was waiting for my boyfriend at that time to get there. And I was on the house. I don't know what happened to my phone. I don't know what happened to my actual cell phone, but I was on her house phone with him and was on the phone. And my sister was like, Amira was like, I want to go press her. Shorty was sitting across the street outside, and the store was right next to her crib. So my sister was like, you know what, we're gonna go get something to drink, and when we come out, I'm gonna press her. So I was like, okay, cool. Always with the shits. So now, mind you, I don't know how was it possible that the phone was still connected. This is a house phone, still connected all the way across the street. So I'm on the phone with him, and he like, yo, y'all better not be over there starting shit, because he already heard. And I'm like, nah, we not. Lying. So go to the store, like, mind you, when we was already crossing the street, Shorty was grilling us like mad hard, like, cause she really wanted to pop off. So we already knew the type of energy we was gonna be on already. So now me and my sister go across the street, we go into the store, we get our soda, we come back out, and my sister's like, yo, you got a problem? And Shorty was like, what? My sister's like, you got a problem? Because you was popping mad shit. She was. I ain't even gonna hold you. She definitely was. And I forgot what she said. She said, nah, me, I'm the type that if I know you got a problem and you trying to lie because you don't want to fight, it depends on if you like, you like that. You know what I mean? If you like that, I'm gonna be like, why are you lying for? Like, you dead ass lying. If you're not like that, I'm gonna just leave you alone. Like, I'll leave the situation alone. If someone don't want to fight, I never like bully people into fighting. But yeah, so Shorty was sitting there lying, like talking about, no, I ain't never said nothing about you, yada yada yada, lying. So I'm like, mind you, my sister is like right next to me, and I'm right here, and I'm basically in the front. I'm like, and me doing that, she was like, I think what she said something like, you squaring up to me. Mind you, her and my sister the same weight, same height, same everything. I'm just skinny old me, always been skinny little old me. You want to sit up here and ask me if I'm squaring up when my sister's pressing you? So my sister like, don't address my sister. Don't address my sister, address me. And she got up. Why was that? When Shorty got up, it's like I felt her. I literally felt her swinging, like about to swing. Like, she legit, I think I just seen it all just happen so fast, but in a slow pace mode, that I was just like, bro, once she started swinging, I swung. Bing, 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 bing. She swinging. Bing. My sister swinging. Boom, boom, boom. Her home girl came from the corner. Okay? I'm from Brooklyn. Let me tell you, if a female jump in, first thing you thinking of, if a female is coming in and trying to separate things when you in the midst of fighting, what do you think? She's trying to jump in. She's trying to jump in. You know what I mean? Like tap, 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 you know, type shit. So I go, and while Shorty trying to break it up, first thing I thought she was trying to like jump in. Bing, bing, bing. I'm hitting Shorty with the phone and all, because I still have the phone in my hand. So I'm bing, 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 hitting Shorty with the phone. And her man, when I'm starting to fight her, now that's when the guys came and they trying to separate us. Boy, this was on cam. Somebody recorded this. I wish I had that video, because I was so focused on my sister. It was like, once he separated us, because she even swing at me, like she wasn't even swinging on her. She was like, what the hell? Like, I guess she really was breaking it up. And she's like, what the hell? So I guess Shorty was really like not trying to jump in. And she's like, what the hell? So when he broke us up, my whole mindset was on my sister. I just literally forgot about that whole situation. I went straight to my sister, because all I seen was both of them fall. They fall on the ground and they fighting, tussling. I got on top, bing, bang, 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 hitting this bitch, kicking this bitch. I was dead ass kicking her ass. And then finally my brother-in-law came through, because I guess that's when he peeped, like the men were trying to like really break it up, but they was getting tight, you know. In the heat of the moment, nobody cares about none of that. What are you jumping in? What are you touching any one of the females, that any one of us? What are you touching any one of us? So he came from across the street, his brother came from across the street with the freaking, he had it on him, you know what I mean? That man, his brother had it on him, and they came from across the street, and he like, yo, broke it up. All I seen, because I was too busy kicking this bitch, but by the time that they like, all right, pushed me to like stop kicking her and trying to separate them, all I seen was my brother-in-law yelling at the man like, don't you touch them in Spanish, don't you touch them. And they like, bro, we're trying to break it up. He didn't even want to hear none of that. They pulled them apart. Yo, it was so funny, because whole time when I looked down at the phone, I don't even know how I still had the phone in my hand. When I looked down at the freaking house phone, the house phone battery was out, like hanging by a thread. If y'all didn't know, like the house phones, like the battery would be attached type stuff, and legit it was just like this, just hanging like this. I swear to you, it was so funny. I looked at the phone and I'm like, oh, Savon, which was my ex name. I'm like, yo, he gonna be tight. Why is it that next, you know, we all outside, we trying to like, you know, we already separated, they getting us out the shorty building, and he coming from down the block like, yo, what the hell? All I heard was he was like, I ran from the train over here. That's crazy. Why you ain't listen? Because my sister was on that type of timing, and whatever timing my sister was on, I was gonna be on too. We don't fight fair ones, baby. Not in my face. I can't see none of my family members, none of my closest friends fight a fair one in my face unless she's really ragtagging, dragging that ass. And even if so, I'm hopping in, I'm jumping in. I do not care. Call me whatever you want to call me. And it's so funny because now we outside. We go across the street now, because we felt like they was gonna call the cops. So we go across the street, and my sister's still in the heat of the moment, because shorty had, if y'all know, she had on acrylic nails, but like the pointy ones, the stiletto ones. She had on the pointy nails, and she literally scratched my sister's whole entire face. Like, bitches just don't know how to fight. Literally was just she just scratched my sister's whole entire face. So my sister was so mad, like, no, I want to fight again. And he wasn't, you know, her husband was not gonna let that happen at all. He didn't even know we was gonna do this the first place. And while we're outside, out of nowhere, I swear to you, I feel like my brother's psychic. I swear, my mother came from down the block, boy. Down the block, like, I knew something was going on. In Spanish, I knew something was going on. Why y'all wasn't answering your phones? What the hell? And she just seen my sister's face, like, all scratched up. My mother was so mad. And mind you, from that block, everybody knew us on that block. So the minute my mother came out that door, they was like, yo, ma, your daughters were down the block fighting. These people had it on camera. I really swear I wish I had that video, because it was so funny how I got off shorty and just, it looked like I looked like a robot. I got off shorty and I went directly to my sister, like, boop, 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 to fight shorty. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. Oh, I'm getting hot just think about it. And then mind you, later on, nothing really happened. Later on, like, her mother spoke to my mom's, and, you know, like, they was like trying to, like, you know, squash the things. But my sister was grown at that time. She still is, but like real grown. Like, she already had kids and all, like, grown. So it was nothing that no one was gonna tell my sister. And then we seen her, I think like a year later, we seen her, who's mind you, it was funny, it was me, my sister, her kids, her husband. We was sitting there waiting for the train, the C train, either waiting for the C train, or we was gonna go into the C train and go somewhere. I forgot what it was, what we was doing. and shorty was coming out. I know she was definitely coming out, and she like looking like, bitch, if you ain't just got jumped just not so long ago, like, wow, you scratched my sister's face, wow, congratulations, like, you can't fight. And she was grilling, and she said something underneath her breath, and my sister was about to start, you know, her shit, but she had kids with her, so she had to keep calm. And I remember she had like 2 fat ass sisters, and mad younger than me, and she thought she was gonna get these little girls. I'm like, I will drag them little girls. Like, they were little girls. I'm like, stop playing, really, before I catch a case, because I will catch a case. I fight kids. At this point. I fight grandmothers. I fight moms, fathers, all that. You know what I mean? Well, I don't fight fathers. I tase y'all bitches. I just tase you. But yeah, that was a story time when I jumped in the fight for my sister, because she ain't gonna be fighting in my face by herself. Fuck.